The illusion of time. You were never late. Time, as it's taught here, is a construct of limitation, a man-made metric applied to a limitless, eternal soul. It's been used to train your mind to believe you've missed something, fallen behind, or made too many detours. But in the divine timeline, there is no such thing as behind. The Gregorian calendar is a clock, but your soul is a compass. This world moves in seconds and schedules. The soul, however, moves in seasons, alignments, and sacred synchronicities. Every closed door, every moment of pause, every detour you've taken, none of it has been wasted. It was all rerouting you back to alignment. You were never late. You were being prepared. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below so we know you're here and connected to Source. Divine timing is not linear. The chosen are not bound by linearity. Your growth does not depend on the age you are. Your success doesn't come according to someone else's schedule. Your awakening happens in the exact moment your soul is ready for the next phase. You are not late, you are quantum. Quantum energy doesn't crawl forward, it leaps. It transcends the illusion of linear progress. That is why, sometimes, the transformation seems sudden, like everything changes overnight. Because in the quantum realm of spirit, it does. You may spend years in a cocoon, thinking you've missed your chance, only to emerge in what feels like an instant with new wings. It wasn't late, it was right on time. You are in alignment even when you think you're not. There were days you thought nothing was happening, days where you felt still, stuck, or forgotten. But alignment often feels like stillness, before it feels like movement. The universe recalibrates in silence. You're being moved energetically, long before you're moved physically. Remember, the seeds you planted months or even years ago are not dead. They are growing roots. Alignment doesn't always look like momentum. It often looks like solitude, surrender, sobbing at 3 a.m., choosing healing over hustle, choosing faith over fear, choosing yourself again and again, even when no one claps. These are the coordinates that place you on the highest path, and your highest path cannot be missed. The acceleration code. We are in a time of acceleration. The timelines are shifting rapidly. What once took decades to manifest can now take weeks, sometimes days, because you are no longer operating on the old system. When you say yes to your calling, everything accelerates. The universe doesn't care about your age, your resume, or the detours you took. It cares about your frequency. And when your frequency aligns with what you're calling in, things begin to bend. Time bends. Opportunities appear. Delays dissolve. That's why so many of the chosen feel dizzy, like they're in two worlds at once. Because they are. You're no longer walking on the slow-moving track of the masses. You're quantum leaping through portals of alignment. 1-1. The portal of decision. The new year is not the start. It is the activation. On January 1st, a collective portal opens. It is less about tradition and more about energy. Billions of minds are focused on a singular idea: renewal, resolution, shift. And this collective focus generates a powerful, energetic gateway. But here is the truth. The portal doesn't open on the calendar. It opens when you decide. You don't have to wait until the clock strikes midnight. Your portal activates when you activate it from within. Your decision is the key. Your willingness is the password. Your vibration is the access code. On January 1st, use this amplified energy, but don't rely on it, because you are the portal. Your alignment is the door. Divine delays and redirections. Some of your greatest delays were divine detours. The things you thought ruined your timing were the exact things preserving your purpose. You didn't miss the opportunity. You were spared from one that would have delayed your true one. You didn't fall behind. You were rerouted to something far more aligned. The delay was protection. The ending was realignment. The closed door was cosmic intervention. And the pain you felt? It was proof that you were shedding old timelines that could no longer house your becoming. What felt like stagnation was actually sacred containment. You were being held in place while unseen forces rearranged the architecture of your life. Certain doors had to remain closed until you were strong enough, clear enough, and wise enough to walk through the ones that truly belonged to you. Some paths closed because if they had remained open, you would have settled for a version of life that was almost right, but not fully true. Others ended abruptly because staying would have slowly drained your light, delaying the moment you would finally choose yourself. The universe does not only delay to punish, it delays to protect. It redirects not to confuse you, but to guide you away from timelines that would have required you to abandon your authenticity in exchange for comfort or familiarity. Every pause was a recalibration. Every interruption was an intervention. Every moment where things fell apart was an extraction from a future that no longer matched who you were becoming. And the pain, yes, the pain, was the friction of transformation. Old skins do not shed without sensation. Old identities do not dissolve without grief. But what you were releasing could never travel with you into your next chapter. You were not being slowed down. You were being refined. You were not being denied. You were being redirected. You were not forgotten. You were being quietly prepared for alignment that could not arrive a moment sooner. You are not late. You are aligned. Alignment is faster than effort. This message is not an excuse to sit idle. It is a call to act in alignment. Because alignment is faster than effort. When you're aligned, the universe moves on your behalf. Opportunities find you. Helpers appear. Energy flows. Synchronicities guide you like signposts. Effort says, work harder. Alignment says, work truer. This is not a call to hustle. This is a call to listen, to tune in, to trust, to follow the soft pulls and intuitive nudges. Your destiny doesn't require burnout. It requires bravery. You are not late. You're on the brink. Collapse of the old timelines. Right now, many of you are experiencing the collapse of old timelines. Friendships ending, jobs dissolving. Places that once felt like home now feel foreign. That's because you're shifting tracks. Old code is crumbling. Outdated contracts are ending. What no longer resonates must leave because you're vibrating on a new frequency. Don't mourn what's leaving. Celebrate what's aligning. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. And as the old collapses, the new rises. New soul alignments, new opportunities, new power. And it's all waiting on the other side of your decision to believe you are not late. You are right on time. The eternal calendar. Time is not a ticking clock. It is an unfolding spiral, a sacred rhythm beyond the grasp of seconds and minutes, beyond Gregorian squares and New Year confetti. When we say, you are not late, you are right on time, we do not speak in cliché. We speak in cosmic truth. You do not walk to the beat of the world's clock. You walk to the breath of the universe. And that breath expands and contracts not by schedule, but by frequency. Have you ever seen a flower forced open before its time? The petals tear, the bloom resists. But when the sun is warm and the soil is nourished, it opens without hesitation. Such is your life. Such is your moment. Your timeline is not behind. You are not delayed. You are syncing with the eternal calendar, the one etched into the Akashic fields, not on paper. What if every pause was a preparation? What if every perceived delay was a divine detour, keeping you from danger or aligning you with something far greater than your current vision could comprehend? You are not a product of missed opportunities. You are a vessel of divine orchestration. Trust the music even when you can't hear the melody. Time loops and divine redirections. You may feel like you've been walking in circles, repeating patterns, running into the same emotions, facing the same old resistance. But this too is part of the sacred rhythm. Loops are not punishments. They are places of refinement, circles where you are offered the opportunity to choose differently, act consciously, respond as your future self rather than your wounded past. Many of the chosen feel frustration in these cycles. Why am I still here? I thought I healed this. I thought I broke through. But growth is not always forward. Sometimes growth spirals inward. The lesson that returns is not a failure, it's a checkpoint. The divine reroutes not to confuse you, but to strengthen you. Because you were never just healing for yourself, you were forging the path for the generations behind you. Let your loops be launchpads. Let your delays be divine data. The longer it takes, the deeper the roots. The sacred geometry of timing. Nothing in the universe is random. Everything, including your timeline, follows patterns so intelligent, so mathematically precise, they make human logic tremble. Look to the spirals of the galaxies, the Fibonacci sequence in your DNA, the sacred ratios in flowers and waves. This is how Source organizes reality, through geometry and frequency. So when your life feels off schedule, ask yourself, whose schedule are you following? The sacred path is not always straight. It folds, it bends, it hides behind shadows and disguises. But every step you take, while aligned in soul and in presence, is on time. It does not matter if others seem ahead. Their path is not yours. Their soul contract is not yours. Your coordinates are unique in the great grid. You are not lost. You are following a blueprint that was encoded long before birth. The key? Attune to your soul's frequency, not the noise of the crowd. When action meets alignment, we must make this clear. Alignment is not passivity. To be in divine timing does not mean sitting back and waiting for miracles to knock. It means acting in resonance, acting with awareness, knowing when to leap and when to listen, when to birth and when to rest. The chosen are not here to wait. They are here to move with the current of divine flow. And that flow will often feel like stillness before it becomes acceleration. The moment you act from clarity, not ego, you unlock new corridors of your timeline. That is how quantum shifts happen, not by force, but by frequency. A decision in alignment will outrun a year of effort. A moment of truth will collapse months of confusion. You are the portal, and the 1/1 gateway is just a reminder, a mirror. It does not open because of a calendar. It opens when you open. Miracles happen in moments. It doesn't take years. It takes resonance. You've been trained to believe that greatness takes a lifetime, that healing must be slow, that transformation is a gradual incline. But in truth, everything can shift in one breath, one thought, one feeling of deep remembrance. Because you are not waiting for something outside of you. You are waiting to vibrate at the level of your desire. And once you do, everything finds you. Fast, seamless, synced. That's what the 1-1 portal is about. It's not a day, it's a declaration. It's a choice to leap into the frequency of your future self. You were never late, you were being initiated. Those moments you felt behind, they were tests, initiations of patience, trust, faith. You were not missing anything. You were being stripped of illusion. You were being calibrated to your divine path, not society's noise. The truth is, if you had received your manifestations sooner, you might have sabotaged them, settled, doubted, misused them. But now, you're ready. Because the version of you that's walking through the 1/1 portal now has earned it. The fire forged you. The waiting refined you. The delays made sure you remembered who you are. And now, you walk through the gate, not in need, but in knowing. Don't measure miracles by clocks. Time is not the metric of worth. How long it took you to heal means nothing. How fast someone else got married, rich or successful, means nothing. You are not building your timeline by social metrics. You are building your timeline by soul resonance. The chosen walk slowly because they are carrying codes, generational weight, ancient wisdom, energy that must be planted, not thrown. So if it takes time, it's because you're not building a moment. You're building a movement. You are not rushing a breakthrough. You are anchoring a new reality. You are right on time. The clock doesn't define you. The world's calendar doesn't measure your truth. You are not late to your life. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are becoming. At the exact rhythm, dimension, and breath that your soul requires. The 1-1 portal is not a pressure point, it is a permission slip. You get to choose again. You get to release the shame of the past year. You get to step forward, not in hustle, but in harmony. You are the timeline. You are the shift. You are the miracle in motion. You are right on time. Always have been. Always will be. The moment has always been now. The mind may convince you that you've missed something, that you were supposed to be further ahead by now, that you should have made that choice, said yes to that path, or started earlier. But your soul knows better. Your soul knows the truth. Nothing real is ever missed. Nothing aligned is ever lost. Nothing divine is ever late. The detours made you wiser. The silence made you listen. The solitude made you sovereign. And the heartbreak cracked your spirit open so your light could finally get through. You are not broken. You are breaking free. The calendar may scream that you're running out of time, but your soul whispers, you are eternal. The delay was an initiation. The pause was sacred. The stillness was holy ground. You didn't fall behind. You were becoming. You weren't late. You were being forged. You are not rushing toward your destiny. You are already walking in it. Not by force, not by fear, but by divine alignment. And when you walk in alignment, time obeys you. Remember this. The moment you decide, the portal opens. The moment you align, the timeline jumps. The moment you trust, miracles accelerate. You have never been too much. You have never been too late. You have only ever been right. Right on time, right on path, right on frequency. Now walk through the portal, not because time is running out, but because your soul is finally ready. You are not late. You are the moment itself, and the moment is now. Ancient One, we now ask, What if the very thing you thought was a delay was actually divine alignment? Or in what ways have you already quantum leaped and didn't even realize it? Please be sure to comment below, like and subscribe to stay aligned and connected to Source.